こんばんは。ということで、音楽がちょっと大きいのかな？ちょっと待ってね。ヒアヒストリー。画面が出ないぞ。おーい、出てくれー。よし。画面が出ません。ということだ。ゲームキャプチャー。あ、出た。 OK です。というわけで、今ゆたです。ゲームの音大きかったり小さかったりしたらすいません。ちょっと待ってね、OBS 出して。大丈夫です。よし。本日はヒアヒストリーという推理ゲームをやっていきたいと思います。本当に完全初見なので、どういったゲームなのかやってみないとわからないゲームになっております。りなちゃん、今夜とありがとう。おそばちゃん、大輝ありがとう。猫ちゃんたありがとう。青かがりさん、大輝ありがとう。のくぜさん、大輝ありがとう。れいくん、大輝ありがとう。青かがりさん、今夜た。猫ちゃん、今夜た。れいくん、今夜た。運転しながら見てます。気をつけて。のくぜさん、今夜た。放送事故ではない。おそばちゃん、今夜た。めぐりみれさん、今夜た。指示中は還元するけ。あ、ちょっとね、わかんなくなったら、ぜひこれこうした方がいいんじゃないっていうコメントは大歓迎でございますので、よろしくお願いします。僕も初めてやるゲームです。それでは、早速、やっていきましょう。音入ってるこれ。音、ゲーム音入ってますか？怖い。あえ？ログイン名、初ゲスト。アーカイブにアクセスするための検索ワードを入力してください。検索ワード、殺人。検索。入ってる、よかった。3個のクリップが見つかりました。ユーザーセッションに保存されたクリップ。見てみます。セッションに保存しとこう。ちょっとゲーム大きいかな。再生。
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
この人が犯人？もう一回。
You think it's murder?
殺人だと思う？
I mean, clearly it's murder.
やっぱりそうよね。
What can I do to help?
私はどうすれば？こんばんは。来てくれてありがとう。おー、11秒のクリップでした、これは。次。12秒。
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
サイモンの殺人と何の関係が？サイモンっていうワード出てきた。そう、誰かが殺されてその犯人を当てろ的なやつだと思います。次。セッションに保存。21秒。ちょっと抜けます。いってらっしゃい。
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
ちょっとサイモン。サイモン。検索。出てきた。
Simon Smith.
サイモン・スミ
He
ス。
works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special
面
work.
影さん、こんばん
Mirror
は。
making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
わかんないな。ちょっとサイモンで検索して、でこれはいらない。これは多分ハードディスク容量とかもある。今サイモンを検索してます。再生。
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to
サイモンは常連だった。
and the barmaid they have in sometimes.
ヘレン。
Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
ヘレンって出てきたね。
Yes, there's an abstract one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
ジャンプキングじゃん。これセッションに保存しとこう。ゆたゆたの尻尾で字幕がうわーうわー。
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
これはまだサイモンしか出てないから。
Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
恋人？サイモンと恋人？ヘレンって子が気になるな。ヘレン検索。出てきた。
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her
多分そうだと思う。
Not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
待って、もう一回見ていい？ヘレンってことを、
I think he spoke to Helen.
ヘレンに口論のことを話してたみたい。だからこの人と
Not sure
の
what else he said.
交際の口論をヘレンに話してたんだよね、サイモンは。なるほどね。だからヘレンも容疑者位置に当たるのかな。ちょっとこれ見てみよう。あ、待って、これじゃない。殺人サイモン。52個アクセスできるのは5個目のクリップまでです。セッション終了しますか？キャンセル。こいつがデータベースだ。情報公開法に従って申請し、ゲストとしてアクセス権を所得しておいたよ。見たところちゃんと機能しているようだな。オリジナルビデオテープからの移行は1999年に行われたみたいだが、その後の Y2K 騒ぎやなんやらでこいつは放置されたままになっていたようだ。残念ながら刑事の映像が入ったサーバーの方は見つけられなかった。あるいは1997年の洪水の際にやられてしまったかもな。何にせよこれだけでも情報としては十分なはずさ。はい。長いです。あ、検索ワードだ。これ検索。殺人とかで検索すればいいのかな。ゴミ箱。なんか謎羅列。何ミラータイトルって。いやゲームやないかい。ゲームしてる暇ちゃう。ゲームはどうでもいい。殺人で調べてみよう。ちょっと怖いワードなんですけど。あ、もう出てきてるわ。見てる。これ見よう。なんか不敵な意味を浮かべてる。
You have no murder weapon. You
あ、
have
凶器。
nothing.
凶器。
And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
凶器で調べよっか。みんなもなんか単語あったら教えてくれると嬉しい。あ、出てこない。これと一緒だ。なんか雰囲気が怖い。ビビリだから僕もねちょっと怖い。 殺人サイモンヘレン。サイモンは見た。狂気1、殺人1、ヘレンが2。あ、レムちゃん、そう今面白そうなゲーム、そう実写というかフルモーション推理ゲームでこうやって検索ワード入れたり、この女の人の挙動とか文章で推理していくゲームです。ロキちゃんも今夜だ。ザロック、ザロック。ちょっと待って、ザロック。ピーターとスーザン。待って、ザロック。ザロックで調べよう。ロックで出るかな。ロック。出た。来た。この人が容疑者。来ました。虚ざっている時は嘘をついているとか、そういうの見ていくの。そういうのもあると思う。やっぱりサイモンとこの人は恋人だ。あ、エリック。
He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
待って。ロックの中に待ってね。
So, back.
エリック。エリック。ちょっとエリック。エリック。出てくるね。
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch.
本当に警察官になってる気分。
It's a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
そうだね。情報まとめてみよう。まずサイモンとこの女性は恋人で、ザ・ロックっていうお店に行ったのと、ヘレンっていう女性にそのサイモンとこの女の人が口論していることをサイモンはヘレンに相談していた。でサイモンの上司はエリックなんだよね。だから容疑者が結構いるというか、エリックも関与してるし、エリックの場所に行く途中にヘレンはザ・ロックで働いてる女性だね。おはようございます。キューさんおはようございます。あ、リナちゃんおかえり。口論で出るかな。出るね。ちょっと見てみよう。口論の内容知りたい。あ、夫婦なんだ。多分犯人を見つけるんだと思う。ちょっともう一回見ていい？特別なものじゃないわ。距離が近いだけに言葉もきつくなるの。これはちょっとそんなに重要ではないかな。指輪してた。おお、本当だ。
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
情報が
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
8時ぐらいに出てった8時に出てった8時で出るかな出ませんということでエリック腕時計で頼む OK 出てきた
He was wearing
これ重要かもね
a shirt.
これエリックの
It's a blue
違う
turtleneck
違う
shirt.
サイモンの格好かな
He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat,
ダッフルコート
like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
OK アルルさんこんばんちゃ白猫さんこんばんは入試おわちゃ来てくれてありがとう重要だね腕時計してるとでエリック見てないのでエリック見ます
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa.
黄色のビザカード
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash. But Eric convinced him to
Okay.
get one.
お金関係ビザカード、これ後で調べようもう一回見ます
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife,
ダ
Diane?
イアンダイアン調べようちょっとホラーっぽいよねダイアンじゃなくてダイアン警察になった気分エリック怪しいよねダイアン結構あるでもギター持ってる
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
ダイアンは子供が2人いるエリックと結婚してるんだよね
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year.
エリック怪しいね
It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
ダイアンとさ実は
That time.
え
You must have
グ
been
ラス
maybe.
ゴー
I was in Glasgow then.
グラスゴーこれセッション追加しといてグラスゴーにいたらしいよそのだから時間的に多分分かんないけどまだ殺人が起こってるか分からないけど時間的にこの女性はグラスゴーっていうお店にいたってことになるライムさんこんばんは来てくれてありがとう今日はフルモーションの心理推理ゲームをやってます
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his
エリックと
boss,
ダイ
and
ア
his
ン
wife would
一緒
come
に
in
食
for
べるこ
dinner.
ともあるわ
That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
あやたかさんこんゆた今日は推理フェンネルを食べたことってあるフェンネルって何待ってグラスゴー気になるグラスゴー出てきた共犯かなどうなんだろうゆたくんの情報なら私たちも分かりやすい見てみます
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. when I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
なるほど。
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
これには情報はまだなさそう。あ、共謀？共犯？
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
いないと思うは誰がいないと思うんだ？
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly.
共謀か。ありがとう。
Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant,
あ、妊娠
he
し
made
てるん
sure I
だ。
got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
この人は結構アリバイがあるね。ちょっとこれ。
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
サイモンの時計。
That time. Then.
妊娠してるんだ。検索履歴。エリック。結構見てるね。あ、なんだっけ、あと。パブ。ある。見てみよう。妊娠してるのにコーヒー飲むんか。あれかもよ、ノンカフェインのコーヒ
No, not drugs.
ー。ミル君こん言った。
He drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
OK。
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone follows him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
ちょっともう一回。
No, not drugs.
ドラッグ。
I mean, he drinks.
ドラッグ。これ警察の人ってこういう証言の中から一個一個検索してやっぱ犯人見つけるのかなあ、ないね。ないなぁ。ちょっと待ってね。結構深夜だな。確かに日付飛んでるね、めちゃくちゃ。更新。一つのデータが見つからない？一個のファイルが見つからない。みんなあと単語なんだと思う？ダイアンさんとかが怪しくなる。やっぱダイアンなのかな？ダイアンは女性ですよ、ちなみに。あ、見てないのあった。行方不明死亡。ちょっと調べてみよう。サイモンとエリックが口論。
They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
ダイアン怪しいぞ。これさ、見つけたらどうすればいいんだ？見つけたらどうするんだ？ちょっと待ってね。行方不明。行方不明。行方不明。ある。 今まで見た動画のことを整理してみましょう。ダイアンとエリックの共謀説濃厚あるかも。
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything.
何？
Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. No, he's...
え？だって彼は死亡じゃない。死亡ない。死亡はない。だって彼はなかなかわかんないね。最初のやつ見とこうか。
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
殺人。あ、もう見てるね。でも一応見るか。
Yeah, that's me.
遺産。
But
2月、数ヶ月前。
What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
あ、別の遺産。
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
これさ、服とかもさ大事だよね。2
You have
月。
nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
もう結構ここもう犯人に絞られてるよね、この時って。あ、遺産は出てこない。遺産は出てこない。遺産出てこない。あとなんだろう。服大事だね。検索履歴。ここは結構オレンジ服の時は最初の方だよね。遺産はなかった。口論。この時はどういうやつだ？
Yes. He left after the argument.
あ、
It was about
8時。
8 o'clock.
8時。夜の8時かな？出てこない。2月って調べよっか。右の映像の右側は取り調べの日と時間と、そう。何調べようと思ったんだっけ今。2月。出てこない。事件。出てこない。殺人は出てくるんだよね。ちょっともう一回聞いていい？
Yeah, that's me.
止められないこれ。
But February.
2月数ヶ月前でしょ。
What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
サイモンの殺人だから、もうサイモンは殺されてるんだよ。ドラッグって調べたっけ？ドラッグ調べてる。殺人。
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
難しいな。ちょっと時系列、これ服装でちょっといろいろ。エリック事故ったのはこの女性。そのアリバイのある日にサイモンが行方不明の時にグラスゴーっていう多分ホテルかなどこかに行って、でその帰り道病院 美容院に行ったらしい。ある、見てみよう。
Ask the hospital.
病院に連絡してアリバイ調べてみようか。ちょっとこれ見た後に。
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed.
共犯者がいるんじゃない？
Hospital.
異常に病院に連絡してっていうね。
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think for some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car.
タクシーの運転手に
My
聞けばいい
car
んじゃ
was
ない？
okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering.
新
And then I
し
decided
い
to drive back.
人出てきた。
I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
誰？花って誰？これ重要。いいよ。花って誰？出てこないか。花じゃない。花。お、出てくる。
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's Pandre. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from Lyric though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone
花スミ
Street.
ス。グラッドストーン。オッケー、これも保存しとこう。あ、別の服装出てきた。イブ？イブ。待って、タグ。セッションに保存。イブね、イブ。これは？
My name is Hannah. H-A. It doesn't work from Lyric though. It's not quite. I live at 31 Street.
花スミス。セッションに保存。旦那さんが行方不明なのにこの人なんで妊娠してんの？多分前から妊娠してたんじゃないかな。行方不明になる前から。ちょっと後でイブ調べてみます。
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
待って、二重人格？え、もしかして多重人格とか？え、なんか多重人格っぽくない？これ。
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith.
これだって自分の名前を、
Shit. Sorry.
自分の名前言うところだよね、ここ。
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born,
双子？
I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
何？なんか人が映った。怖い。立持道次郎さんこんにちは。今ね殺人の犯人を見つけるためにいろんなキーワードを入れて検索してます。待って、ホラーゲームこれ。
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
ちょっと待って、イブって調べてみていい？イブ出てくる。1分18秒。幼馴染ってことかな。
She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car.
絶対に二重人格だよ。
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl.
カール。
Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, with her sex, but Hannah couldn't. Couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses.
二重人格だ。
After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though I was always the one who seduced the boys.
カールも覚えとこう。
Until Simon.
サイモンであった。カールね。だからやめてよ、急に出てくるの。怖いって。二重人格で調べてみよう。二重人格は出てこない。カールだってる。で二重人格これで出てこないね。カールまた出てきたね。人間怖いね。ちょっとカールで調べる。あ、いっぱい出てくる。
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first.
サイモンじゃなくてカールって男よ。
He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit, but he was sexy. We were 15.
怖いってだから。
No, I was 15. Carl was older, 17, I think.
サイレン乗った。
I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved.
ホラーではないと思う。
Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us.
あ、人間は出てきた。
We split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
ファミリー。家族。見ている人の可能性もある。多分僕の見ているっていう体で画面に人が映ってるんだと思う。
Family.
あ、これ続きっぽい。
So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then
ゆたくん顔バレ。一味ポンズさん、今夜と神ゲーやって神ゲーやってる。ちょっともう一回見る。
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then
神ゲーです。でサイモンと出会った。カールと別れてサイモンと出会った。
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes.
カカカさんこんばんは。
The next date, it was my turn.
双子？
At the end, I let him kiss me.
二重人格なのか双子なのか。
And the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and
いやわかんない。どうなん
she
だろう。
slept with him. Broke the rules.
二重人格
Deliberately
か
broke the
双子。
rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him.
うん。
I mean, that's when she got
あ、やっ
pregnant.
ぱ二重人格だよ。
From that one time. 双子。あ、出てくる双子。 Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
あー怖いって顔バレ。
Are you out of your mind?
双子。
Twins?
え？
There were always princes and
花は
princesses.
出てこない。
They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic.
じゃあ花で調べてみよう
A
か。
private place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
花でももう一回調べてみるけど、弁護士出てくる。ちょっと花でも調べていい？犯人をね見つけたいんだけどなかなか難しい。でイブでここでさだって
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith.
ハナ・スミスって言ってるんだよ。
Shit. Sorry.
自分のこと間違えないでしょ。弁護士やか。演技臭いよね。
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
怒ってるね。
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
笑ってるんだよ
I'd
ね。
like to speak to a lawyer now.
でここの時は弁護士呼ん
You
でって
have
言
no
ってる。
murder weapon. You have nothing.
凶器ちょっと凶器調べよう。あ、いってらっしゃい。凶器出てこない。カール、イブ。 ね、これ更新してるんじゃない？嘘。ヘルフさんこんばんは、今ゆたです。モールス信号みたい。なんか入れ替わってる？もしかして僕たち入れ替わったこのゲームはその検索キーワードとかかけてこのサイモンっていう男性が殺されちゃったんだけど、サイモンが誰に殺されたのかとかを謎解いてモールス信号。出てこないね。人格出てこない。どこだっけ？花だっけ？もう一回調べるね。
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A. The reason I'm working from Merrick there, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry.
そう、探偵ゲームだね。グラッドストーン。待って、グラッドストーンで調べよう。出てこないね。花。ちょっと花を誰なのか突き止めたい。
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
亡くなってる？
The midwife told my mother I was dead.
私が死んでいると。
But I wasn't.
それ嘘だった。
She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
セッションに保存してスミス。出てこないね。ちょっとさ、助産師の名前、そう、フローレンス。出てくる。ありがとう。片方なくなったから二重人格になった。僕はその説を推している。めっちゃあるね。見よ
う。Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
実はこの人花？
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection. She was me.
自分がいるって。はえ。
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it.
鏡って単語よく使う。
Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
ダイアン。あれ、そう、サイモンとダイアン。
I guess it was different then.
ダイアン。
You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
待って、鏡がキーかな。ちょっと待って、もう一個あるんだけど、ダイアンって調べたっけ。もう一個見てみよ
う。No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
う。鏡で調べるか。鏡。出てくる。みんな出てくるよ。見てみよ
う。It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror.
鏡
A
をくれ
nice
た。
mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
鏡出てくる。リカはい。これ最初の方だよね、多分服装的に。
His body didn't look real.
ちょっと待って、触り直す。
His throat.
喉。
It looked like his throat had been cut.
そう、オレンジ服は最初。
And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. It doesn't always wear. The mirror.
鏡
I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think.
鏡かメガネが凶器かな。ちょっともう一回見ていい？
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think.
大事なプレゼント忘れる？
Haven't
そん
looked
な。
at it since.
メガネ。メガネは出てこないか。双子は出てくるんだよね。プレゼント忘れられたら悲しいよね。タクシーの運転手は破片。あ、出てきた。タクシーの運転手。あ、ペンストさんこんばんは。来てくれてありがとうございます。サイモンっていうこの女性の旦那さんが殺されたのを警察になったつもりで検索ワードかけて真相をつかむゲームをやってます。鏡の破片で殺したのかメガネの破片で殺したのか分からんね。そうだね、分かんないね。タクシー出てきたのでタクシーで見てみます。
A police station.
例えばある時とない時。
Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we would break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
とても見えないね。ポーツマス。出てこないな。これでもセッションに入れといて。
Across the road, when my parents first
イブって誰だっけ？突っ伏してた時これか。なんかこれやっぱ二重人格なんじゃないか。あ、そうそうそうそう。もう一個突っ伏してた時の。もう一個突っ伏してたやつどれだっけな。ちょっと待ってね。破片。イブって誰だっけ？破片あるよ。見てみるね。
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
出たよ、また鏡。
Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Eh? 自白したよ。うわー。で。プレゼントいっぱいある。あー、クローバーさん、今夜たです。来てくれてありがとう。
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
自白したね。
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday
誕
breakfast.
生日に殺したってこと？
We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
あ、タトゥーあ
8
る。
years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
どうやって調べたっけ？タトゥー調べてないかも。一応調べよっか。これ終わりはどうやるんだろう。出てくる。
No,
え、
he doesn't have any tattoos.
タトゥーは入れてないわ。
He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
目悪いんだ。タトゥー入ってるよ。
My tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
怖いって。そのバルテワがね解散しました。ちょっと待って、怖い。待って、双子？なりすまし？そう、タトゥーある方がどっち？
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion.
タトゥー入れてる方が花じゃ
I
な
was
い？
singing in a bar in the evenings. So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by my
双子か。
He guessed my name from my tattoo.
待って。やっぱ双
Told me
子
it
だ。
was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing
これ
to
多
be
分
able
花
to
だよ。
sit
この人は。
and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
待って、長い服着てる時は花だよね。これはだってタトゥーあるもん。
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was
な
not.
りすま双子だ。
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder.
待って、コーヒー好き。コーヒーいっぱい出てくるコーヒー。双子同士のなりすまし。
Black coffee, thanks.
これ
No
は
sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
花じゃない。
Black, no sugar. Thanks.
これは
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted. So
グラスゴーに行ってたのは
I slept in
花
the
じゃない
car.
方。
I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol.
で
bought a
コー
copy
ヒーを
of
買って
history,
る。
tried calling someone from a payphone and then headed back.
待って、コーヒー飲めるとかその時の服装で誰かわかるのでね、わかるねこれ。
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
で水、これは水飲んでるんだよね。これコーヒーでしょ。これもコーヒ
ー。I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
待って、分かんなくなってきた。好みが同じだったら積んでた。ねえ、これどうやってさ、ちょっと待って。花。で、これが最初のやつ、ダイヤ。これは
？Someone and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine it.
メモしたいね。
Get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist.
あ、ダイアンは奥さんだっけ、サイモンの。
You should ask Diane.
あ、そうだ、ダイアンは奥さんだ。で、サイモンの奥さん。なぜギターを持っているんだ。急にギター持ってんの気になる。わかる。なんでギター持ってんだろう。最初から見ていこ
う。Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spent a lot of time with each other.
クマさんこんばんは。
Especially when they had to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane? Diane is really nice.
ダイアンとエリックは省けるね。で、鏡で殺したのを自供してたの誰だ？鏡。どこだっけ？これだっけ？
His body did not real. His throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses.
破片か。ありがとう。
It doesn't always work.
頭こんがらがるね。破片。
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
私のウィッグと私の服を着て。ウィッグ？ちょっと待って。
Pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said.
面白い
He
ね。
wanted to be with me.
これがフレンズの音を取り出した。
Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
破片で喉を切った。セッションに保存。だからもう一人、だから花かもう一人の名前。イーブって誰だっけ？イーブ。ギター気になるよな。
Differences? She's a better driver.
とりあえず破片っていうの
She
は
passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on
凶器が破
confidence
片
to
っ
get
てい
you
う
through
のは
anything.
分かったね。
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush.
ちょ
I
っと
let
待
him
って
take my virginity.
ギターで調べるか。なんでギター持ってるんだよ。出るんかい。あっ 頭こんがらがるね。
No, Simon didn't play guitar.
この服装はギター
He
弾か
wasn't
ない。
very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
お、この服装ギターを弾かない。アナログホラー、アナログホラーなんだ。
Yes.
コップ2つあるね。ん？私のギターよ。ゆきちゃんこんゆた。
I'm not the world's greatest guitar.
今サイモンの殺した犯人は誰かって調べてる。
It's tuning.
バックルームシリーズ OK？
Should be right up your street.
急に音楽始まった。
There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the
僕はね弾けないんですよ。
The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the
タトゥー、ギター、水 OK。 水はギターだね。犯人見つけたらクリアだと思う。僕もね分からず始めた。 Eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. 歌詞ヒントかな。
So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. She floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till her ship
花も殺した。
Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
また気になって夜も眠れない。
And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
著作権侵害来たら、それはもう怒る。怒っちゃう。水出てくる。なんで水2個あるんだ。
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone sang with me from the rock.
うーん。
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head
サララッ
underwater.
プさんこんばんは。実写動画で
There
す。
was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach. And I held her head under.
殺したのかなあの子と。
And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up afterwards.
合図を混ざった関係だったの。歌詞と同じだね。待って。待って待って待って待って。コップ？もう気になっちゃってるじゃん。あ、コップは出てこない。待って、殺した？出てくる。出てくるよ。
What did your wife do? She didn't kill me. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
ちょっと待って。
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but...
そうだね、赤ちゃん。出てくる。出てくるよ。
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton.
Okay.
It would be too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
赤ちゃんいっぱい出てくる。
We couldn't afford our
Tattoo
own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby. If it came. It was a nice change. Time to myself.
タトゥーない方が
Full of hope.
妊娠してる？タトゥーない方が妊娠してる？
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff. That when we lived there.
すごい。タトゥーなくていい。7月1日はタトゥーあり。
There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff.
そう、これ終わったら整理
Stuff
し
I
よ
never
う。
needed and I never had the heart to throw out. I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week
6
before,
月27は長
those
袖。
boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
このたさん、こんにちは。来てくれてありがと
Pulled them open,
う。
saw the body.
そう、妊娠してもコーヒーやめられないって言ってた。
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
だからこの花と双子なんだよね、多分。でサイモンを殺したのは多分花なのかな。タトゥーある方がでも違う、花が存在してたとしたらここに存在しないはずだから、結局同一人物なのか。頭こんがらがってきた。
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and
Doug
my
と
parents
Eleanor.
died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave.
そうだよね、花はいるよ
So
ね。
when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot
そ
of
こから一
police,
人二役。なるほど。
forensic entomologist.
日付による6月
Because of the
30。
heat. It was just awful.
そういうことか。コップはコーヒーだと思う。だから演じてるんだ。花。待って。6月30の夜、6月30で調べてみよう。出てこない。7月1日から演じてる。ちょっと見てみようか。これは何日だ？
My name is Hannah.
これ6月18
It's Pandre.
でちょっと待って、
It was the same back.
間違ってさ自分のこと花って言ってる日あったじゃん。これだ。
Yes.
7月3
My
日
name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
7月3日これ実在した。なんか混ぜてなかった？ 7月、これは6月30。この日に殺したってこと？
What are you doing talking about Eve?
この日に殺したってことか。この日はまだ生きてるはず。多分そういうことだと思う。殺したんだと思う。1月3日は最後の映像。7月3日7月3日7月3日他のこと見よう。
Across the road, where my parents first lived there,
これじゃないや。
she recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a
7
dollhouse.
月1日からタトゥーないんだよね。そうなんだ
She
よ
hid me
ね。
up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
ちょっとギター弾いてるのいつだったっけ？ギター6月30だ。でタトゥーはこれわかんないな。
You want me to play something?
これ7月1日。
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay?
あ、だから分かった分かった。
No.
この人は
Simon
花
didn't
だ。
play guitar.
6月30。
He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
タトゥーあった？
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar.
この人はタトゥーないと思う。
He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
でこっちはタトゥーある。
You want me to play something?
ちょっと一瞬
I'm not the world's greatest guitar.
一緒お手洗い行ってきていいですか？ちょっとお手洗い行ってきます。
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one
乗ってきた。
pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful
歌わせて消えた。ただいま。
both had a love for the
おけいりありがとう。ちょっと BCM してもらった。
wind and the rain. But he only cared for
え、これ
the
歌詞
youngest
さ大事じゃない？
All that dreadful wind.
あ、わかったわかったわかったわかった。
The eldest
姉は
envied
妹に
his
嫉妬する。
sister's
ちょっと待って、ごめん。曲終了です。妹。これさ分かったんだけどどうやってあるよ。7月3日。
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting.
ね、
Afterwards,
そう
she
だね。
told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them this sister you didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She
殺してるね。姉はない。ある雨。歌詞の続きかもしれないみんな。
Really? Here's the rest. Laid a body on the dock to dry. Oh, the wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was
殺した後だよね多分。
wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
歌詞。出てこない。頭おかしいよ。楽器は出てこない。メガネしてるのが
His body.
これ6月27でしょ。
Thick.
出てこない。待ってね、コーヒーでもう一回検索かけていい？多分殺した後に指輪取ってるんじゃないかな。指輪で一応調べてみる。これは6月18でしょ。
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is. Yes. I got to glass.
でこれも6月20、これ6月18。
Black no sugar.
7月1日、7月1日。
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is. About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it
演
up.
じてるね。
I think they say you can have 1 cup.
演じてるね。指輪ある。
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
結婚指輪はしてなかったわ。
You want me to play something?
ちょっと指輪あるか見たい。指輪してる。で指輪。
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
佐藤じゃない。あるよ。
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just one sugar.
紅茶。
Just the one sugar. Thanks.
あ、砂糖入れてたんだ。
Is that kind of recording?
はあ、砂糖だったんだ。
Coffee, I guess. Milk
あ、
and
コー
sugar.
ヒー。7月2日。殺してるわ。それ分かった。分かったけど、結婚指輪。出てこないよね。で、これは多分殺した後。
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
やっぱ甘党か甘党じゃないかを殺してると思う、多分。これで見たよね、もうこれは。
What did your wife do? Still, I killed him.
紅茶、ちょっと待って。もう一人かってところなんだよね。あ、いっぱいある紅茶。
Could I have a cup of tea?
紅茶いっぱいあるよ。で、紅茶飲んでる時は
Could I have a cup of tea?
6月25。紅茶いっぱいあります。
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to
タ
park
トゥー
on
な
the
しが
main
紅茶だ
road.
ね。
Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him.
分かっ
Then I
た。
called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
だから行方不明になってる時にもう一人の人はなんだっけ、グラスゴーにいたって言ってるけど証言が違ってるじゃん、この発言だと。家にいたって言ってる。そうそうそうそうそう。サイモンが行方不明の時にもう違う服装の人は別日に私はグラスゴーにいたって言ってるのに、この人は家にいて寝てたって言ってる。警察ちょっとこれだけ見ていい？警察ね。
Maybe a fresh cup of tea? Okay. I parked up
これ
in the
7月
street.
1日ね。
It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea with his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
言ってること矛盾してる。こっちは警察でしょ。で、こっちは
Okay.
6月30。
I parked up on the street. It was busy, but he was because it was.
全く同じこと言ってる。
then,
でもダグとエレノは
then
こっちはダグとエレノは同じこと言ってる。出てきた警察1個。
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
これだけだ。ダグ。出てくる。同じこと言ってるのすごい怖いんだけど、ちょっと飲み物飲んでいい？
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
レッドブル飲んでる。
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been
多分7月1日の前6月30ぐらいかな。これ6月30。
I hoover, I dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. We ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. And last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years.
いやでもタバコは関係ないか。仕事検索してみる。難しいですね。仕事。ある。
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cable.
掃除とか料理 OK?
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there. My mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
OK 掃除あるね。
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house. A week or so ago.
ね、公衆電話使っ
It would
て
have been
る。
the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
6月30。
Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too, with the fingerprints in all those places.
そうだね、94年だからね。でも携帯持ってたら携帯使わない？
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks.
ちょっと土曜日で調べてみようか。
I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage. And she still has a secret like that.
待ってね。だから日にちによって例のは出てくる。
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day.
7月1日。
Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
びっくりした。びっくりした。土曜日もある。
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Is there a bin?
No! みんなの耳に嫌なものを聞かせてしまったな。もう一個見てみよう。びっくりしたね。
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
土曜日になっていた。金曜日は出てこない。多分妊娠してるからだと思う。あ、妊娠いっぱい出てくる。
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
なるほど。
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
そうだな、ちょっとこれ見てみよう。
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
待って、ちょっと気になってるところがある。
Yes, I'm fine.
うん。
I won't be sick again.
吐いちゃっ
This
たと
happened
か。
some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness. No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
嘘発見器で調べていい？発見器じゃないよ。出るー。
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test. I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
4月3日。
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
ちょっと気になってる単語。出ないか。スペアキー、ちょっとこれ。
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have
名前わかんないんだよね。
keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think for some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled
花じゃ
out
ない方の。
and I hit a car.
ちょっと
My
これ
car
見
was
たから。
okay, but I was worried about
パスね。名前でもちょっとずつ近づいてってる。いっぱいある。
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino.
ドミノ。
It was this little black thing with
Ah,
white
kawaii.
dots. We never did anything about the cat for that, but
殺人。
with him you could maybe squeeze through it. I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
アリバイ。あ、出てくる。
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes.
共犯だ。
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it.
もう殺してるっていうのはわかるし、
The watch.
共犯だ。
That was my touch
時計は私のアイデアよ。
to make sure the alibi stuck.
2人でやってるじゃん。共犯だ。自白したね。で分かったぞ犯人は。怖いね。共犯自白出てこない。クリア条件って何なんだろう。自白してるよねこれ。
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the
回
house
答
than
打ち
risk
込むの
being
か
seen with
な。
it.
花じゃない方って方はスミス。
The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
そうだな。もう自白は急にびっくりしたわ。花、違う。花は花スミスっていう名前。ハンス・ブラザーズっていう会社に勤めてたんだよね。ちょっと難しい。ちょっと待って、難しいな。サイモン・スミスとハナ・スミス。サイモン・スミスは亡くなっちゃった人ある。6月18、17で結婚。
Childhood sweethearts, something like that. Are you married, detective?
あなたは結婚してるの？
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it.
もう一人はエヴァかな？
It felt like it was just me and
エヴ
Sam
ァ。
for that moment. Just the two of us.
エヴァな気がする。エヴァ。あ！なんか来たよ。だから花ともう一人は双子として生まれたんだよね。でフローレンスっていう助産師に助けられて、でもフローレンスはもう一人は死んだって嘘を伝えて、花だけが引き取られたんだよ確か。だから存在はお互い知らずに育ったんだけど、その鏡っていうのがキーワードでどこかで出会ったのかな。で親交を深めて、花の遊び場によく行くって言ってたから、エヴァは花の遊び場によく遊びに行く仲 にまで進行した。で双子だから当然会ったら分かる、その双子だよねっていうのが。で結局殺したのは、これは分かったのは2人で殺したってことで、はい。あれ撃てない、あれ撃てない撃てない撃てない。エヴァはつける予定だったの、その女性の名前だ。あ、違うのか。ちょっと待って、一回待って、ちょっと待って。
I would have been a good mother.
終わるのが寂しい。
I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way.
流産してるんだよ、女の子が生まれる予定で。名前さらに決めていた。
Simon wanted to call her Ava
あ、
after
エ
his
ヴァ
nana,
にしたいと言ってた。
but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
だから流産してる人と流産しない人がいて、なんか出会ったんだよね、この双子の人は。で口論の末、そうだね、花が左右対称の名前だったから嫌だったんだと思う。でエヴァじゃないや、グラスゴーにいる間に花がカツラかぶってなりすましてサイモンの帰りを多分待ってたんだよね。でだから花が殺したんだよ。同じプレゼントもらったって言ってたじゃん、同じ手作りのプレゼントでサイモンの喉を切った。でグラスゴーから帰宅したもう一人の人が2人で死体を片付けて、地下室かどこかに隠したんだよね。で入れ替わってコメントでも言ってくれたけど、この取り調べは入れ替わって警察の取り調べを受けるようになってたから、カツラで調べていい？あゆんちゃん、こんゆたです。お誕生日おめでとう。出てこないか、カツラは。そうなんだよね、入れ替わる理由が分かんない。ある。サイモンが殺された理由と犯人を見つけるゲームをやってます。
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven. Fingerprints.
指紋が
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible? Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking idiot.
そうだよね。で夫がいなくなったって、嘘をついて、時計ってなんですの？時計わかんないな。夫がいなくなったって言って、で警察に取り調べ受けてる。で嘘発見器あったじゃん。 指紋をごまかすために入れ替わった。それもそうで、嘘発見器で間違って嘘ついちゃったのがバレちゃったんだよね。で真実語ってたじゃん、ここ
It happened very quickly.
でつながるんだよ、ここに。
We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch,
よいしょ。
to make sure the alibi stuck.
で共犯してたってことで、どんな感じだ、終わったのか。はい、そうか。それじゃ分かったのか。君の母さんがなぜあんの。君の母さん、君の警察じゃなかった。待って、待って、警察じゃないの僕。待って、娘ってこと。サラ、待って、ならよかったよ。サラ外で待ってるからログオフして出てきてくれ。僕サラだった。僕サラだった。君はユタくんだよ。確かにそうだ。急展開すぎた。お母さんの事件を調べたんだ。コール。ゲーム楽しんでおつゆたえんちゃん。それではログオフします。すごい楽しいゲームだった。考えさせられる。でも怖っ。怖いね。サラだったんだ僕。いや、こういうゲームすごく面白い。たくさんやりたい。最初はね、多重人格とかだったり、双子どちらかが双子で花を殺したとか思ってたけど、そういうことではなく2人の共犯で、片方の子供がこのお母さんの名前分かんなかったね。ウミガメやってほしい。 OK。 このゲームすごく面白い。エリックとダイアンの謎の不信感ね。最初にそっか、フローレンスがでも さ逮捕されてるかどうかはわからないんだよね。フルモーションビデオゲームの金字塔だよねこのゲーム。あ、そうなんだ。この後怖いのを紛らわせるゲーム配信をやってほしい何かやりたいな。だからずっとさ双子であることを言わないようにしてたのに嘘発見器でバレちゃったんだよね。あ、犬がくしゃみしてる。すごい面白いゲームでした。ありがとうございます。ちょっと難しさもありつつ頭を使いつつ時系列とかだったり、あれ同じ人じゃなくないとか、これ双子だぞとか、一個一個こう自分で検索ワードをかけて、でその検索ワードでコーヒーが好きとか紅茶が好きとか妊娠してるとか、あれ証言ちょっと違うぞみたいな、グラス号に行ってたのにもう一人の方は家で寝てたみたいな、っていうのが徐々に解き明かされていくのをプレイしていくのがすごく楽しいというか、ちょっとこう本当に推理しているような感覚でやっていたので、めちゃくちゃ考えさせられるゲームですごくやっていて面白いゲームでした。ありがとうございます。というわけで本日の配信はここまでになります。おつゆたのお時間です。皆さん長い間見てくれてありがとうございました。約2時間ぐらいすごく面白かったので、もし途中から見てる方とかは最初からアーカイブ見直してみたりとかもおすすめします。これはちょっと最初から最後まで見てなお面白くなると思うので、ちょっとね僕が時系列とかどういうことだってごちゃごちゃになっちゃった時もあったので、そこはねコメントの皆さんに助けられつつやれたゲームでした。ありがとうございます。それではおつゆたです。また会いましょう。アーカイブを見てる人もありがとうございます。それではバイバーイ。おつゆたバイバーイ。